Yes. Yes. Hello, hello. What's up, bros? We are back, and that is right. I am scanning the QR code to begin the installation of the BT-Moto Brentune Stage 1 on the BMW S1000RR. And I've been really looking forward to this for some time. It's said to be really easy how to do this. So what I'm doing right now is just going to the website to download the instructions specific to my bike, the year, the model, which you will need to do as well, just by scanning the QR code that comes in the box. For the bike that I'm running, it is about an 8-page document. So make sure you probably save that and print it out. It's just a little easier to do it. And this is a look at the 8-page instructions. Starts with downloading the software to your computer, then downloading the software to the flasher, updating both of those, pulling the file off of your bike, the stock file, sending that off to BT-Moto, downloading the new file when they send it back, so it's complete with all of that. And this is the process for after you've downloaded the My Genius application. You got to run some software updates on it, so it's pretty easy. It guides you through it. You might find it's a little slow in some places, so just be patient, take your time. Probably to get through all the software and everything was about 15 minutes, and probably like 6 or 8 different stages. After the software update, the app would close. I'd have to reopen it, and sometimes it would just look like it's frozen, and it would just keep going. So you're gonna see here some of the files being downloaded to the actual software. It is a little bit of a bummer that the software has to be used on a Windows PC. If you're a Mac guy, myself included, you're gonna have to find a Windows PC. I just borrowed my neighbor's. It was like a 2017 PC laptop, and it worked just fine. I had everything it needed. One of the things that you're gonna need to do is deactivate your antivirus firewall. Basically deactivate all your antivirus software. If you don't have any, there's still some embedded Windows software that will block the drivers from interacting with the BT Flash device, and so you end up trying to plug the thing in and it's not registering. We might get an error for that here in a second, but it'll basically just require you to shut down those antivirus firewalls. The other thing is the program will close. At least in my case, it did close after several of these updates, so I'd have to reopen the My Genius software and work to get it re-updated after each time the app closed. So just keep doing it until it tells you there's no more updates, and then after you do the software updates, you'll have to switch over to updating the software on the actual flash device that gets sent to you from Brentune. So there we go, we're complete. We've got the whole thing set up, and it's over to flash the BT-Moto flash device. So you'll plug in the cable that gets included. It runs from that little firewall jack to a USB. You'll start doing the updates. It looks almost the same as the process for updating the software on your PC, but it says it a couple of times that it's doing it on the device, the flasher device. So this file isn't that big, but sometimes the processor that you're running and the computer that you're running the software on does play a role here. And if you've got a better functioning machine, it's going to run through some of this faster. All right, so you can see the My Genius client here in the background. Just keep referring to the 8-page instructions that come with it. There are some Q&A links that are on BT-Moto's website. You can also do a little chat function with them if they're open, and then worst case scenario, if they're not, you can use the contact them option and get questions answered there too. So we're going back over to the BT Flash. This is the process for uploading your software from the S1000, in my case, up to your Windows device. So the first thing you're going to need to do is plug the BT Flasher into the bike's OBD2 port. And once you plug it into the OBD2 port, you're going to follow some of the on-screen instructions. It's going to ask you to switch the ignition on and off a series of times while processing different commands on the Flasher device. And so just bear with it. One thing that you're going to want to make sure you do is when it tells you to switch on the ignition like this, the dashboard, that's how they reference it, you want to make sure that you give the fuel pump enough time to prime and to get the proper voltage flowing through the bike so that you don't run out of power or have other issues with installing or removing, in this case, the existing file. And it's going to run through this. It's going to prompt you to do a couple of commands on the Flasher again, and then ask you to plug the battery in. This is again just to make sure that you've got stable and ample charge while you do the update. Here we go. Switching it on. Press OK. We're going to move forward. And we're communicating. It is Friday at 4 o'clock Central Time, trying to get this file sent over to Brentune so that they can make the mods and send it back. They estimate a 1 to 2 day processing time. They estimate a 1 to 2 day processing time to get your tuned file back. All right. My experience, it was even better than that, which I'll get to in a second. So you're going to take that file your stock OEM bike file, and you're going to save that onto your desktop so that you can then upload that file to Brentune or BT-Moto and give them some time to tinker on it. After you do the file upload, which I'll give you the details on in the tool here, after you do the file upload, you're going to fill out a questionnaire. And that questionnaire is a lot of detail about your bike and the tires you're running, the way that you ride, and some other, do you have a slip-on? So that will happen once you send them your stock file. What's up, bros? We're back again. It is only 1 day later, on a Saturday afternoon, that I got the best news of the week, which is that the Brentune was ready, the stage 1, and we uploaded the bike's OEM software, fill out a questionnaire, and then they send you the new file back. So that's what we're going to go ahead and download to the Flasher, and then we're going to download it to the bike. We've got our trusty heater, assuming it doesn't run out of propane. And once you get in the dashboard, it's just got it like right there. You're going to hit download, send to desktop. It's an MYG file, that's what you're looking for. And now that should be on the desktop. So we'll open up the My Genius, let it connect, and then we're going to upload to My Genius. And we're going to use that file that we just downloaded to the desktop. Survey says, oh yeah, daddy likes. Confirm. coming, honey. Don't worry. Tomorrow we're going to go out and roll with these boys, and it is going to be a surprise. Everything goes well tonight. We got USB communication. This could take a couple minutes. It's a good time to say how quick Brentuning was in getting this back to me. It could have been a lot longer process. It said 1 to 2 business days, so appreciate you guys over there. And I love the videos of you guys are doing of, you know, the tune, different mods and maintenance and TLC for the bike. So maybe one day I'll actually talk to you, but that's kind of a testament, right? The fact you could do a whole tune, something this important, something that you rely on for safety and operational, you know, efficiency, that you could do something like this and not even have to interact with a person at Brentuning. So that's pretty cool. Procedure completed successfully to the bike. Okay, so we should be ready to get back to the OBD2. May or may not have lost the screw. That's what happens. All right, so we get that opened up. All right, so we're all connected here. OBD2. We're gonna go over here, and we're gonna go to work. And we're going to do writing. It's the Brentuning file, MYG. Good, we're stable. Make sure to perform the reading, writing procedure. Perform the reading of the vehicle. Convocation function is available under the tool menu of the protocol. We'll have to check that out. All right, and we're off. We are programming. I'm hearing sounds from the bike. We should be getting some errors. Not a low fuel error. Yeah, that's what we want. All those errors. Completely normal. Don't worry. We are writing. Yeah, baby. All right, well, it says we're done. Switch off ignition. Oh, right, saving, work done. How do you know? What do? Just twist the throttle and that's how you find out? Oh, let's disconnect. Give it a start here. Hopefully no error codes. Now it should idle a little differently with the stage 1 tune. So let's see here. absolutely sounded different. It didn't have that real high wound up startup that the bikes are programmed to do from the factory for emissions reasons and to get the sensors hot. And so this is different. So there's no other way to know other than to get into second gear and see if it still has that flat spot. If you don't know, the BMW in second gear, anything below 8,000 or so RPM, you're only going to get 30% power. And you get 30% power when you crank this. So you'll be all the way wide open and you'll get 30%. And then when the RPM hits that 8,000 or so, the bike just launches. And this should smooth out that flat spot. And we're going to get a chance to test it tomorrow. So stay tuned. Well, boys, just in the short time I rode her over here, I could tell she's built different. She startup idles at a lot lower RPM. The exhaust, the slip-on just sounds cannibalistic toward other exhausts. And it is really, really fast in second gear. I just got like 2 quick accelerations and it's fast. But I also noticed, I wasn't expecting this, that when I engine brake, the engine's a lot quieter. There's something different about the engine braking. If you guys know what that's all about, let me know. But it's the oddest thing. And then when you rev, the exhaust kicks in. So I'll have to do some digging on that. And you guys maybe hear it here right now. There's your much lower startup. Right there, it gets real quiet when I let off, and then when it hits that like friction point, it'll growl again. Or if I go into neutral, or I mean hold the clutch, it'll growl. Didn't used to exist, and now when I engine brake, it's different. Very smooth though, very smooth. Oh shit. Does it not sound more throaty to you guys? Start low RPM second gear and just hit it.